it's Dr. Megan Burt here, and I wanted to show you the difference between Beautycounter's two foundations, Dew Skin and Tint Skin, because I get a lot of questions on what is the difference between them, what kind of coverage that they both bring, and I want to show you. So right now I have a face that has no concealer, no foundation on, and I want to highlight these three products, including the concealer. So first of all, Dew Skin. Now I use number 2. I do have fairly light skin. Dew Skin is a tinted moisturizer. There is much more moisturizer than there is tint. It is not very tinted, which I think is wonderful because it's great to put underneath the Tint Skin, which is the foundation if need be. It has an SPF 20 in it, so this is non-nano zinc oxide, so it's a very safe SPF. And so this one I like to wear in the summers a lot if I'm going outside, just to make sure that I'm protecting my skin. I do love getting sun on my skin for the vitamin D, but when it comes to my face, I want to make sure that I'm not getting too much sun, especially on my nose and like here, just where the sun really hits. So I'll wear Dew Skin all day, especially if I don't put much any like other makeup on or very little makeup. It's great to go to the gym. It's just great even if you feel like you want a little extra coverage around the house but you don't want to fully put makeup on. Dew Skin's wonderful, and it has a really good just kind of dewy look when you're done with it, and kind of gives you this glowing look even though you really don't have much foundation on. Second one is Tint Skin. This is foundation as you know it. I was never a fan of liquid foundation because I felt like it always just increased the areas or showed off the areas that were really dry in my skin, but I do not get that with the Tint Skin. Now, especially as I've taken care of my skin more, I don't have that same really intensely dry skin, but this one is awesome. It goes on really well, and I'll show you how I do it with a brush. And then last but not least is Touch Up Skin, and this is the concealer pen. Before using Beautycounter, I never used concealer. I just would put a little bit more foundation here, and with Beautycounter products, I found that I really like this Touch Up Skin. I love the concealer pen, and I also use it as an eyelid primer, so I was able to ditch my eyelid primer, which was not from a safe company, and use this, which I think works way better. So I'm going to show you how they go on and kind of the color with them. So we'll start with Dew Skin. It's kind of hard to tell. You can see it there. It doesn't differentiate too much from Tint Skin, and just how it looks. Now the Dew Skin color that I have is a little bit darker than my Tint Skin. My Tint Skin is lighter. So with the Dew Skin, I'm just going to put it on with my finger, there's definitely tint to it as you can see, but it just rubs in really well, just like I have my little one next to me eating breakfast. She thinks this is really funny. So you can see that it just gives more of that dewy look, and right now it's still kind of wet, so you don't look like you have like really wet skin or anything like that, but it just gives just a really light coverage and gives you that SPF. Now I will say every once in a while, if somebody is going to not like a product, or if somebody's skin's not going to like a product, it will be Dew Skin, mostly because that SPF for some people's skin can be a little bit drying, and you can just see that an increase in dry skin. I've not noticed that, but I have heard that, so just realize that that could be a possibility. Now I'll show you Tint Skin here. You can see as I'm rubbing it in, even just like that, the Dew Skin color had already disappeared and the Tint Skin is still there. So clearly that's not how I want to put on my makeup. I used to put on my Tint Skin with my fingers. I still do with my Dew Skin. I love how my Tint Skin goes on with a brush. So what I'm going to do is even out both sides of my face, and I'm going to use the rest of this Dew Skin. So I'm going to give you a layered look of what the foundation will look like, just so that you can see. I'm going to make sure that I get it all. Now I usually don't layer them, but for this video, I'm going to layer them. So I have a foundation brush, and I love, like I said, I used to put my Tint Skin on just with my fingers, which worked really well, but I like it so much better with a foundation brush. You just want to make sure that the brush, you clean it every so often, so you can use the charcoal face bar. I prefer using the baby wash. They both work really well. I just really like the baby wash a little bit more. So I didn't get quite enough on my hand, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. My daughter wants some on her hand too. Here you go, love. We'll pretend. Cool thing is, all safe products, as Beautycounter's products are all safe. She can play with my brushes. She can even try makeup on. She's still too young for it, clearly, but if she got into it, it's no big deal. So I put a little here, a little here, and a little here. And then I just take and I externally rotate. That's the chiropractor in me. I circle to the outside. And it takes just a little while. I can tell that I have dew skin underneath it because I can tell my tint skin is just going on. I have a mirror here too. The slightest bit like streakier than it normally does. So it just needs to rubbed in a little bit more. Tint skin comes in many different colors. In the summertime, I'm not quite dark enough to be sand, so I mix linen and sand. I'm wearing linen right now. Okay, and then what I'll do sometimes, and I'm gonna do it this time, is I'll just go and pat the areas that didn't blend in that well. And also I'm doing this a little bit quicker than I normally do too in application, but it's very easy to apply. I already have my eyebrows done, and so usually I wouldn't be going around this the same way. And there you go. There is the tint skin. I don't go all the way down here. I just don't want like a lot of makeup on my clothes, but you definitely can to blend it in a little bit more. That's what Christy Coleman, our makeup artist, that's what she says, just to kind of go down here. Now I'm gonna show you the concealer now and how to apply it. Like I said, I love this product. If you have a little bit of acne or something, that works too. So what you want to do is start kind of from the inside of your eye and go down, and then you're going to paint out the one underneath, and I will always paint the top here. Somebody wants more strawberries, don't you, honey? Take your ring finger, because it's your weakest finger, and then you're going to dab, because you don't want to pull your skin too much. This gives such natural coverage. I used to put this on over top or underneath my tint skin. Now, thanks to Christy Coleman and our Flawless in 5 makeup set and tutorials, she said put it on afterwards, and it covers so much better. It's so much easier. There you go. Before I'm done, I'm gonna add just a little bit of blush so you can see the finished look. I am using the Blush Duo in Bloom and Tulip. I don't need very much because it's a pretty bright color. And there you go. My face is finished off. If I wanted to add eyeshadow, I could add eyeshadow. But this, what I applied, minus the dew skin, but with the tint skin, is our Flawless in 5 face set. So that is the difference between dew skin and tint skin. I like them both. I have them both. If I had to choose one that I would use most, I would definitely choose tint skin because you get a little bit more coverage. You also can layer the tint skin. But if you don't wear makeup very often, you love a tinted moisturizer, you want some extra protection in the summer, dew skin is wonderful too. Have a great day. Thank you for watching and listening. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can find me over on Facebook too, or on Instagram, Dr. Megan Burt.